prime time on the top game, it's a fine line. Man in the match, that's Daveye, he's the main guy, keep a close eye. Make sure you don't make no wrong play, cause I'm with Jose and Andre. When Cyrus comes to walk in, you better know that you are watching Premier League. Daveye, tell what time we on. Prime time. Let me hear you say Premier League. Daveye, tell what time we on. Prime time.
Hello and welcome to Premier League Prime Time. Brighton 2, Man United 1, and it's the same old shit. It's the same crap. New season, same bullshit. The same frauds consistently exposing themselves time and time again. And I am flipping tired of it. All these people backing this absolute fraudulent manager. Where are you now? Where are you now? All that you don't want to keep driving this Jadon Sancho agenda, supporting blindly, backing his decisions, saying that, oh, Jadon Sancho needs to fight to get in training. He needs to fight for a spot. Are you seriously telling me he needs to fight for a spot against the likes of Garnacho and Anthony and McTominay, who's leaving? Get the hell out of here. This absolute bum. This bum Ten Hag. I'm tired. I'm flipping tired of this guy. I'm tired of it. I know as host, I'm supposed to be, the unbiased one, seeing things from all angles. But no, I'm fuming. I'm absolutely seething. We are absolutely spineless. We're even more spineless than someone diagnosed with severe scoliosis. I can't even lie right now. It is so bad. All these people saying that Ugarte, we need Manuel Ugarte. What's Ugarte going to do in this team? How's Ugarte going to save us from this? From this bullshit. This cesspool of rubbish. I'm sick of it. How on earth we went into this game with Bruno and Mount again playing together, I have no idea. It's like this manager gets a severe allergic reaction from playing our best team. He starts with Harry Maguire again. When you got your guy from Ajax to Licks, another one. You could literally feel the whole, almost entire Ajax back line. But you decide to play Harry Maguire instead. But you got your signings, and once again, he leaves him on the bench. We have Xerxes, he's available, who I felt sorry for when he came on the pitch. People want to blame him for that goal, or for the offside goal from Garnacho. No, it's just a matter of being unlucky. Just in the wrong place at the wrong time, he couldn't get up in time. But if you're Garnacho, why are you aiming for Xerxes? He had the whole goal in front of you. No, I'm seriously so tired of these. I'm so tired of these absolute frauds. These absolute frauds. I'm sick of it. I am seriously sick of it. This manager needs to go to jail for a long time. Him and his son Anthony sharing a jail cell together. Why is Anthony trying to do, back of the heel flicks when we're trying to win this game? When we're in tight areas. Release the ball. Play it forward. Do something positive and progressive with it. What are you doing to get into this team? Absolutely nothing. You've been rubbish for an entire year. Over what? 150 grand a week for this guy. And we're saying Jadon can't get into this team. Are you crazy? Are we saying Marcus Rashford is better than Jadon Sancho right now? Or at least in the past, at least in the past year. For those who are still riding on, or for those who still believe that Rashford should be in the same ahead as Sancho, are we still believing that fraud Bruno Fernandes? Bruno moving like an absolute fraud today. Couldn't get the GNA, guess what? Exposed. And he was so rubbish, the manager finally had the balls to take him off, which he would never do. The manager taking off Bruno doesn't exist. Bruno finally died today, and he died coming off the pitch. That's how bad he was today, because this manager would never take him off. Marcus Rashford, how the hell did he last a full 90 minutes? And how did Ahmad, the guy who got the goal for us and was doing good things for us, come off the pitch? How Marcus Rashford lasted, I have no idea. How Rashford lasted longer than Ahmad. Amad Diallo, man. Amad Diallo. And one thing that I want to say about Ahmad, my thoughts go out to him on a very serious note. Losing his mother and that, my thoughts go out to him. I hope that he comes back stronger from this. And what's the best way he came back from that? Coming back and scoring a goal today. But playing with Rashford and Bruno today surely didn't help him, did it? He's looking at everything that he's done, and he's looking at the likes of flipping Garnacho and Rashford and Bruno, and he's probably thinking, so what are you doing? What are you guys actually doing? How did we struggle to break down Brighton in the first half? Brighton are played with an incredibly high line. How do we struggle to break down an incredibly high line? That's like getting with a hooker, going unprotected, and someone not getting an STD from that. How is that possible? These absolute frauds. This manager has no excuses. I don't care. There's no excuses for this guy. What's the excuse going to be? He didn't have Rasmus Højlund. And that's why he decided to play Mount Bruno false 9 again. When it didn't work against Fulham, so we tried it again versus Brighton. What did it say a year ago from around this time? He did the exact same 11 versus Tottenham, and we died and we ran out of luck. Guess what happened? We died again today. But we died, guess what? We died doing what we do best, bottling it. These weak, feeble, spineless individuals. No mentality. Where's your mentality to stick it in? Pause. Where's your mentality to get through to the rest of the game? Even a draw. Yes, it wasn't our day, but you know what? You take a draw and you move on. Even though we really should be winning this game. But this is how bad we are. This is how bad we actually are. People, wake up and smell the coffee. I am deadly serious right now. This is not even a joke. This is how bad we are. So as positive as we can look at the summer and seeing the changes that have been made, this brings us right down, crashing down to reality. Showing us where we actually are. I felt sorry for Xerxes. I felt sorry for the likes of Kobe Mino, who once again got exposed again. He's a cultured footballer that likes to get on the ball, who likes to do very good things, who likes to play neat and tidy passes with his teammates. Not being like Bruno and just hoofing it. I don't care what journalists, what Twitter merchants, any one of these people on social media want to come out and say, or come out with all the statistics in the world about Bruno or about Mount or about Rashford, about chance creation or their ability to run around and press. Oh, he works so hard. I don't care. Because that's not all what football is. Football is more than just goals and assists and stats. Football is about the eye test. And Bruno consistently fails the eye test time and time again. Marcus Rashford the same, over and over again. When looking especially at this past year and a half, 350 grand a week for him. Bruno crying for a new contract, 300 grand a week. These are two high earners. Are you crazy? Oh, come on now. Anyways, getting into the player ratings, we need to get right into this. Starting off in goal, Andre Onana really couldn't do much about the goals, really. No, the goals weren't really his fault, really. I'll give him a 6. Going into right back, Diogo Dalot, thought he did a decent game, actually. It wasn't really his fault, to be honest with you. I'll give him a... I thought it was all right, but not great, really. I'll give him a 5. Into the centre-back partnership, Lissandro. He looks shaky. I said it against Fulham, not good. And that confirmed my worry today. But we'll see what happens next game. We'll wait and see. But I don't know. It's looking scary for Lissandro at the moment. I can't lie. I'll give him a 6 as well. Harry Maguire. Why was Harry Maguire starting today? I don't know. You have De Ligt. We brought you Matthias de Ligt, and you're still playing Harry Maguire. And people want to make excuses for this manager. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Not a chance in hell. What are you doing for the goal? Where were you for that goal? Why aren't you organizing the back line in front of you? Why aren't you organizing things? There's no excuses for you. No excuses. No excuses for Harry Maguire. He's a squad player at best because we can't get rid of him because of his wages. No, not good enough. 3. Mazraoui. I felt a bit sorry for him today. Really lacked any support whatsoever. At the moment around him. But I know I'll come back from this. But today he was not great today. I'll give him a 4. Casemiro, I actually thought he was okay. Cass was fine. Again, got exposed a bit in the midfield, but did what he could to try and just keep everything relatively stable, I should say. And I will give him I'll give him a 6 as well. Kobbie Mainoo literally died today. Today. Again, exposed. He got exposed today, but not because of his own fault. It's because, once again, those around him, there's no supporting cast around him. Playing with Bruno isn't going to help Kobbie Mainoo. That's not going to help him at all. Kobbie Mainoo is literally sacrificing himself so we can accommodate Bruno Fernandes, the captain. I'm tired of the sulking and throwing arms around. How many years have I been talking about that? It's just rinse and repeat again with this guy. I'm absolutely seething with him. But Kobbie Mainoo 5 still wasn't his best game. Into the attacking trio, and the only one that can keep his head up is Ahmad. The only one. And I felt sorry for him today. Took his goal really well today. I'll give him a 7. Marcus Rashford, 0. I'm tired of this guy. I'm so sick and tired of him. What is it going to take for the manager to drop the likes of Bruno and Rashford? What is it going to take? I don't care if they're our highest earners. I don't care. Why are they getting this special treatment? Do their abilities warrant it? No, they don't. But Jadon just got thrown under the bus and kicked aside and said that the likes of Anthony should be starting over him. Are you crazy? No, seriously. Marcus Rashford, big fat 0 for you. Mason Mount, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of Mason Mount. 65 million you spent to sign this guy from Chelsea, and all my days, I said it a year ago from today, or maybe even over a year ago. Can we please make sure we have that receipt and send him back to Chelsea? Send him back to Chelsea and get rid of that number 7, 250 grand a week for Mason Mount. Mason Mount to run around and do nothing when we all know that number should have been Jadon's. Everyone knows he was bound to get that number 7 shirt, but this manager has taken it off Jadon and gave it to Mount. What does that say to Jadon Sancho? That literally screams, we rate this player higher than you. That we, as a football club, rate Mason Mount higher than you, Jadon Sancho. How on earth can anyone with a brain use the eye test, watch these two footballers, and say, yeah, you know what? Yeah, Mason Mount's better than Jadon Sancho. He's going to offer more to the team than Jadon Sancho because he runs around. I'm lost for words with this at this point. Mount, 0. Bruno gets a 0 as well. Inexcusable. I don't care. You cried for that 350 grand a week, 300 grand a week contract. And what have you done to earn it? Not a thing. Not a thing, especially since last season. Not a thing. I don't care. I don't care what the stats say about most chances created. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Stats aren't everything in football, and I am tired of it. I'm tired of seeing, all the stats in the world trying to prove them to be good. Stats aren't everything. They're just not. And at the end of the day, I don't care. I genuinely do not care. But for those who like to see football that way, that's your prerogative. But for me, I'm tired of people bringing that agenda and using it against me, and like-minded individuals who tend to use the eye test to judge their opinion on a footballer. I'm sick of it. Genuinely sick of it. Sancho deserves better treatment than this. And you know, at this point, if Sancho leaves, good. Because Jadon deserves to be treated better than this. He deserves to be treated better than this. At 10, we're doing this. We're treating everyone like this and everyone going by the same principles. Then all right, fine. But he doesn't. He's not. But Bruno, 0. Off the bench, Matthijs Tilic should have been starting in the first place. I'm not really going to mark him. Joshua Zirkzee, felt sorry for him because when he came on, he had no one to link with because Zirkzee is a connector. You need to play runners around him. You need to play a proper number 10 in behind Joshua Zirkzee so you can get the ball and you can get the ball, drop deep, receive the ball, play it off to the wingers because he connects. He's like Martial in that sense. We need a support around Joshua Zirkzee. He's not someone who's just going to be a runner and just running behind. That's not his game. Play to our players' strengths. It's not good enough. Zirkzee, I felt sorry for him today. Again, another that should have been starting today. New signing. Why isn't he playing? But he wants to play Bruno and Mount as false nines. Inexcusable. Joshua Zirkzee will give him a 6. Garnacho, and you know what? As much rubbish as I give Garnacho sometimes, as much as I get on Garnacho, you know what? The one thing that I will say is, you know what? At the moment, when you look at Marcus Rashford, right? When you look at Rashford at this point in time, you know what? He's offering more than Marcus Rashford right now. Especially looking at the Community Shield, looking at the last game against Fulham. Guess what? What I literally said, just under 2 years ago, that Alejandro Garnacho as a squad player can be very, very, very effective. Very effective. And this has proven my point. It's proven my point. As long as we keep seeing these performances, it's going to prove it. He should not be someone that starts week in, week out, but as a squad player, fine. Absolutely no problem with it. No problem with it at all. So for Alejandro Garnacho, I do feel a bit sorry for him, but at the same time, how on earth are you missing the target? And it's just the same old thing. Garnacho, I will give him a 6 as well. Anthony, you know what? Honestly, the less I say, the better. 0. And Scott McTominay, what on earth are you doing for that goal? Lapse of concentration again. And if you're leaving, and Scott McTominay is rumored to be leaving, then why on earth is he in the squad? And Jadon isn't. What does Scott McTominay offer besides someone that he could just throw on forward and just and just lob the ball forward to, just to have just a big physical presence in the box and score? Technically, what does he offer? Nothing. He's not even a 10th of the footballing ability that Jadon Sancho has. Are we saying that McTominay and Anthony and Garnacho offer more as a footballer than Jadon Sancho? Really? Come on, I'm sick of it. McTominay gets a 0. I don't care. And Ten Hag, you get a 0 as well. Absolute disgrace. How are you selecting the same exact team that just got us over the line against Fulham? You did the same exact thing last year when we just got over the line against Wolves, and then we went away to Tottenham and we lost. And we done the exact same thing today. Absolutely fraudulent tactics, fraudulent setup. I am tired. I am sick of it. I'm not about to have another season of this. I'm not doing it. We're not doing this. Ineos, eyes are on you because you made the decision to keep this manager. And so far, there's nothing that's had me question at all, really. Anything really so far to not get behind you. But with things like this, my eyes are on Ineos and their decision on the matter. So Ten Hag, you get a 0 as well. I don't care. And you need to go. This manager needs to go. He's needed to go for a long while now. It's been time. That FA Cup saved your job. Because if he hadn't won that final, you would have been sacked. I say over and over, Louis van Gaal had a far worse Man United squad, was using, I'd say, 30 to 40%, 50%, academy kids to fill in the squad because of the injuries that we had. Had a far worse team. We finished in 5th, got into the Europa League and won the FA Cup. We finished in 8th last year with, on paper, a squad that should be that should definitely be better than 8th. You've given Ajax half of our transfer budget, 400, and you've been given Ajax, or Ajax players more than half of the transfer budget that you spend. You've been given over £500 million worth of money to spend. Give us more than half of our money back. more than half of our money needs to be recollected. Hopefully we have the receipts for a good amount of these signings. I am tired of it. Liverpool next week. We need to get our shit together, because if we don't, we are going to get a real smoking. We are going to get smoked. And there you have it. This has been Dave on Premier League Prime Time. Brighton 2, Man United 1, and Brighton Munich strike yet again. Thank you so much for watching our upload, and let us know down in the comments below, what are your thoughts on anything and everything addressed in this feature of Premier League Prime Time? Smash a like on the video, and make sure you subscribe to our channel. And be sure to check out our other platforms on Instagram, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. And we hope you have an absolutely fantastic day/evening. Take care.